What do you do for excitement?
Oh, I play a lot of golf.
Freeze, Gopher!
The Superintendent's Corner. Here's where you meet people who make golf courses the most beautiful natural experiences in the area.
Well, the superintendents, our wonderful superintendents on the golf courses, are subject to the whims of Mother Nature, and let's face it, they can be pretty extreme at times. And of late, it seems all we're dealing with is the extremes in weather. And the man to talk about that this week is the superintendent at White Marsh Valley Country Club, Tony Gustitis. Tony, welcome to Golf Talk Live.
Thank you very much, Tony.
Tony, I feel for you. We came off the coldest winter in history in the Mid-Atlantic region in 2010, followed by the hottest summer in history throughout the region in 2010, and now we just had the wettest August in history. You have to be starting to think that the extremes are the norm anymore.
Yeah, you're right, Tony. I guess one of these years, we'll get back to moderate weather for our golf courses.
That was the most beleaguered sigh I've ever heard come out of you. Moderate would be a nice change, but in the meantime, we're dealing with it, and we see people reacting to it, and I hope not overreacting. But for example, as you get farther south along the East Coast here, many courses that had tried to put in these new strains of hybrid bent grasses that were supposed to be more heat tolerant are tearing them out and replacing or redoing their greens left and right, putting in new hybrid Bermuda grass because the bent experiment certainly didn't work in all of the heat. We don't even have that option up here.
No, we don't. The golf courses that are primarily bent grass, or courses that are built in the last 15, 20 years that have a lot of bent grass, they're the courses that are holding up pretty well. An old golf course like White Marsh Valley, we've been around for 103 years. We have bent grass, Pelania on their greens, tees, and fairways. And it has been a challenge. You talked about the hottest summer in 2010. I'm looking back at our weather records for 2011. We had a very wet spring, probably followed by the hottest, driest 5 weeks in a summer I've ever experienced in my 30 years of managing golf courses.
Yeah, the end of June and most of July was just brutal.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at my records from June 17th to July 24th. The high temperatures averaged close to 90, and we had one rain event that gave us 0.7 of an inch of rain.
Yeah. It's funny, Tone. I did an interview with Dave Pelz a few weeks ago, of course, who lives in Texas, or at least part of the year lives in Texas. And he said, something? This was right in the middle of the heat wave. He said, the hottest day I ever remember in my life was at White Marsh Valley Country Club back in the old IVB Classic days. I think it was 1978 or 79, one of those years there, when it was just so stifling hot and there was no air circulating whatsoever. And he said, that's the hottest place I've ever been in my life. This is from a guy in Texas.
That's amazing. I can see that, but I've seen a lot of pictures of golf courses in Texas this year. Boy, they're having a tough time.
Yeah, well, the heat and what did they go? 46 straight days in Dallas with temperatures of over 90.
Yes, I think actually, Tony, it was over 100.
Over 100. You're correct. 46 straight days over 100. Of course, it's that dry heat, right? You don't feel that as much.
Arizona.
Yeah. So now we come into the wettest August ever, and of course for a setting like White Marsh Valley is in, that's a very, very destructive thing because not only do you have the Wissahickon Creek running through the property there, but basically the entire golf course is in a bowl surrounded by high ground that just allows the water to just rush down in there whenever you do get rain.
Yes, we definitely get it. We get runoff from 400 acres of a development, right across the street from us. And looking at our weather records just for the last 4 weeks, Tony, 13 inches of rain in the last 4 weeks.
And how many years? That never happened in August, obviously.
No.
That's amazing. Well, all of our lawns look great. Let me put it that way. We're used to brown lawns in August. That's not the case now. They're eye-hurting green. They're so brilliant green, but that doesn't mean that the golf courses are in the best of shape.
Yeah, the guys who kept holding on through the heat wave of the summer and the dry weather in the summer, when this rain did come, it really greened things up. And we had a lot of unirrigated rough areas that was just, it looked dead.
Right.
And right now, Tony, it's pretty green out there.
Yeah. But with all that rain at such a hot time of the year also comes a lot of disease, correct?
Yes. There's a couple of devastating turf diseases, one being Pythium and the other one being brown patch, that, when you have wet conditions and the evening temperatures don't dip below 70, and sometimes it's too wet to get out there and put a preventative spray, whether it be greens, tees, or fairways, you could lose some turf in a hurry.
Well, we've seen a lot of the people trying to combat